What is up, guys? It is Wednesday, April 7th, 2021, and welcome to another episode of What's on the Menu. William, how are we doing, my brother?
I'm doing fantastic. I got a great weekend ahead of me in terms of what's on television. For you, I know that you started off the day with some very productive events and some really good news. Are you more pumped up that you got a workout done at 6:15 this morning, or the fact that bars in San Diego are now going to be open till 2 a.m. because we're in the orange tier?
Yes, the bars are open until 2 a.m. in San Diego. I'm so pumped.
We're in the orange tier.
Orange tier. Orange hoodie. Ha. Let's go.
That makes sense. I like that. Okay, so for people that don't live in California, so the last year has been very tough because the county that we live in is structured under a colored system. So we're basically like in kindergarten again, where we're learning different colors of the palette.
Yep.
So the worst one was purple, and then it goes red, and now we're in orange. So we're progressing, which is super dope. What's also progressing, the pod we had yesterday. So it's Masters Week. So Corey Peterson joined us, our beloved friend and excellent golf insider. Really brought the heat on Monday. So it rolled out today. So go check it out on Spotify and Apple. Dale had some really funny stuff to say on it. He is a Brooks Koepka fan.
I'm a Blake. Am I getting the Blake of the week?
Blake of the year.
Blake of the year.
Blake of the year.
Wow.
No, that's for PNT. But no, seriously. So the Masters starts tomorrow. So we're super stoked. It's going to be, although Tiger, thankfully he is okay from his accident. He's not going to be in it. But there's a bunch of other storylines, and the fact that it was just 5 months ago. We already had the Masters, so we're going to be rolling that out. We're going to have picks later, so stay tuned for that. But Dale, Fernando Tatis Jr., really fast. I know you like to torment me, and you like to slander me, and you like to do everything imaginable.
I just asked fair questions.
Okay.
Hard questions.
So Fernando Tatis Jr. is okay. Apparently, according to AJ Preller, he's not going to need surgery. Glass half full. That's how I'm going to approach this. We've had injuries in the past with other players where they kind of downplayed it, saying they just needed rest and ice, and it turned out they needed Tommy John or season-ending surgery. Fernando Tatis Jr. had a shoulder subluxation. Did you even know that was a word? I had no idea that was a word. So he's going to enter the 10-day DL, or IL now. Let me be politically correct. He's going to be on the injuries list. AJ Preller is saying that the inflammation just needs to calm down a little bit. That's all it is. But Ha-Seong Kim, he is our Korean prospect that we brought in over the offseason, is going to fill in, and he's doing pretty well. So Dale had some blasphemous shit that I don't even want to entertain right now.
I mean, it's not entertaining it, but like they're undefeated without Tatis. They're 3-1 or 3-2 with them.
Okay,
so are they better without Tatis?
Moving on. Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be okay, so thank God. I really hope it's not as serious as it should be.
Just asking the questions, man.
Something really funny, though. Something really funny. So, Dale, we're a couple days late, so it's not always better late than never. Paul Pierce over the weekend. Oh, my God.
He was wildin'.
Okay, so for people that don't know, Paul Pierce, a fantastic basketball player for the Boston Celtics. The Truth, is that his nickname?
Yeah, terrible nickname.
Okay, the truth is,
terrible nickname.
Over the weekend, he decided that he was going to go on Instagram Live and basically just show what every multimillionaire athlete or retired athlete does now that they don't play anymore.
I mean, dude, he had strippers, he had poker tournament going on, he had strippers doubling as masseuses.
Yeah, they were massaging him. Ugh. Now, okay, so Paul Pierce was like pontificating about his career aspirations in media now that he's not playing, saying that he's going to start a podcast, saying that he's going to start his own YouTube channel and media site. Well, ESPN asked him, and I thought it was really funny. Shaq on NBA or NBA on TNT, when he brought up Paul Pierce, started fucking cracking up. I mean, Dale, we talked about this before the show. I think this deserves, we're going to kick this around a little bit. Who generates better headlines? Is it the NBA or NFL? I'm talking on the court and field and off.
I mean, I genuinely think the NBA has the better stories.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's James Harden fat suit, Lou Will at the strip club. I mean, we have this.
KD wanting to spit in Michael Rappaport's face. I will never not unsee that.
Like Kyrie Irving, all of his like flat Earth stuff.
When he was burning sage.
Yeah, like I mean, the stories in the NBA are just hilarious. There's nothing more about it. Like the NFL, you get more like real stories.
J.R. Smith throwing soup.
Yeah, I mean, you get more real stories in the NFL for sure, but like the NBA, you get those hilarious headlines that you just don't see anywhere else.
It just seems that, and I would go out on a limb and say that Adam Silver, I think, is the most progressive socially, and overall just best commissioner, right? Between Manfred, Gary Bettman at the NHL, and then Goodell.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really flies with them. And then I feel bad for Rob at this point because we made fun of him so much. But the fact that, back to Paul Pierce, I mean, it looked like a Snoop Dogg video. It literally looked like an early 2000s R&B video with.
It did.
I mean, there were strippers twerking, they were drinking, the barber was running around. They were sitting at, what was it, a poker or a blackjack
Yeah,
table?
no, they were playing poker. I mean, Paul Pierce was getting on his buddy for like playing like a little bitch, which I understand. I mean, it was just dudes being dudes. It literally looked like a scene in any house that I would be in if I had Paul Pierce money.
I wouldn't even say Paul Pierce money. It looks like any house that you're at with your friends after 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I'd say Paul Pierce money because like instead of the girls that we would like bring back from the bar, it's like strippers. Like they were throwing poker chips at these people.
Yeah, $25,000
like poker chips at these strippers. Like that's ridiculous.
The guy in the Dodger jersey was just, I mean, it was like he was
loving life.
in a club, yeah.
He was living his best life.
Back to the Shaq thing really fast. So he started cracking up. I can we go out on another limb and say that this is what they all do?
Yeah.
Paul Pierce just got caught like a dumbass.
I don't think he got caught. I think he just knew that his brand was going to be different than ESPN. I literally think
I don't know. I think he was a little sauced. I think at some point he was so
Yeah,
sauced
well-
he didn't realize the severity of what was happening. Because he's not with ESPN anymore, which I think...
Well, yeah, he got let go because of that. But dude, well, see, I disagree with you. We've been in our most blacked out stage, and like he clearly wasn't blacked out. He was coherent enough. Even our most blacked out stage, I don't think I would go on Instagram Live and do something like that.
Is that a generational thing? Because I think we're more situationally aware that after you have a couple drinks, a couple pops, I don't like to go on my phone. Because I know that I might make bad decisions, I might embarrass myself.
Bad decisions are going to be made if I get on my phone at that point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, but I don't know, like it's Paul fucking Pierce. You know, like everything's calculated with guys like that.
I just, the fact that it was the entire scene. It looked like they were in a mansion in LA. Another quick funny thing. So, you know, like on Instagram Live, you have like the comments and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically like a fucking virtual job fair. You had guys, whether it's like, fuck the Celtics, or please check out this page, or please take my resume. Hey, will you hire me? Like, it literally looks like a job fair.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. Speaking of job fairs, though, William, what was more impressive? You know, I was watching McAfee the other day, and they were talking about it. Aaron Rodgers hosting Jeopardy, or Justin Fields with his psychological test score of a 130 that was the highest ever.
Okay, so you're referring to the Patrick McAfee show. So
Sir Patrick.
he's killing it, by the way.
He is.
He is. He's changing the game. Aaron Rodgers on Jeopardy was hilarious because on the final Jeopardy question, he basically poked fun at his own franchise, saying that why or who was it that made the decision to kick that field goal when they were literally, 4th and 6 maybe? And they were 4th and goal, but they were about 6 yards from the goal line. Decided to kick the field goal.
In a situation where Aaron fucking Rodgers should get the opportunity to score a touchdown.
And the other quarterback at the other side of the field was named Tom something?
Tom
Brady. Tom Brady. That's who it was.
That guy, the GOAT.
Yes. So that was really funny. He actually kicked ass. And he said in his prep that he spent months prepping for that, taking notes, learning about cadences. I thought it was really good. I'm a Jeopardy fan. I know it sounds nerdy. I've always loved Jeopardy. R.I.P. to Alex Trebek. No one will ever fill his shoes. But in terms of your Justin Fields thing, so I don't know whether it was Andrew Luck or Alex Smith. I know that they had the best Wonderlic scores. I know Teddy Bridgewater had one of the worst Wonderlic scores, and I heard it's some weird questions, whether it's arithmetic, whether it's comprehension. I'm not sure what's on it. I've never tried. Maybe we should try it.
That'd be fun.
I guess, I don't know. Of course we have to have Justin Fields in. Another interesting thing, too, apparently Bill Belichick, is he tampering? Does he want Justin Fields?
Guys, it's not complicated, it's simple. Justin Fields is the second best quarterback in this draft. He was forever, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, Justin Fields isn't a gym rat. He's going to drop behind Zach Wilson? Like, what? It makes no sense. It hasn't made any sense, and people are starting to come out and say that it still makes no sense. So now, the rumor mill's starting to go a little bit. Bill Belichick, Papa Bill, It's starting to tank Fields' draft stock because he wants them.
So this is a strategy.
Strategy.
He's implementing strategy by dogging him.
Yeah.
And basically, whenever Bill Belichick's like, remember on Mean Girls, Regina George? Whatever Regina George says, everyone just follows. So whatever Bill Belichick says, everyone's going to say, oh, fuck, I don't want to do that now. That's smart. I think I could see that.
Yeah, I definitely see something like that going on here. Because especially if you look at it, it's like you watch Justin Fields' game, you look at his numbers through college, it's like, yeah, it makes no sense how this dude went from clear-cut number 2 pick to now some people are ranking him like the 5th best quarterback in this draft class.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Even it doesn't matter if you're an Ohio State homer or not. Numbers don't lie, film doesn't lie. Like, this kid's an athlete, and I really think he's going to be good on the next level.
Elevator conversation really fast. I want to put this off until we have our draft pod with Josh Palais, and it's going to be insufferable because he's a Bama fan and you're an Ohio State fan. But we talked about this a day or two ago. Okay, so people are pegging that Zach Wilson might be the best QB long term. If we're doing like the 10-year game, where they're going to be in 10 years, Zach Wilson might be the guy. I'm not saying the B word. I'm not saying that Trevor Lawrence is going to be a B word.
Man, he hasn't been drafted yet.
But long term, who do you think outlasts? Do you think the hype is too much around Lawrence right now?
See, there's a part of me that thinks that there's a high probability that Trevor Lawrence isn't great.
Like he'll be serviceable, but he won't be the next Peyton Manning.
There's a part of me that like feels like maybe like we've all just been so high on him because he played at Clemson and like had a really good couple of years in college. That is this I don't want to say like Jamarcus Russell situation, but like everyone thought that he was going to be the best, and they were like hands down, no questions about it really.
I think it's Jamarcus Russell. That's a whole separate conversation.
No, it is. But like, remember his draft, like pre-draft hype? It was like, all right, he's one. Who's
yeah,
two?
he could throw like 80 yards.
Yeah,
of course, the Raiders take him.
Yeah, and
but
it was a clear cut. Who's one or he's one now? Who's two? And that's kind of how this draft is.
I think it's just. I think it's extraordinary where Lawrence is at, just because he's in this era of social media where it's a hype machine all the time. Like, he fucking will take a shit, and that's the number one thing on ESPN, like, right? Or like
Trevor Lawrence uses bathroom, goes number 2.
Exactly. Or, he misses a workout, or he's getting surgery. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, no, I definitely see what you're saying here. But you know what? Time will tell. That's what's great about sports. You got to prove it on the field. But, guys, do not forget to go check out our Masters podcast. Like Will said earlier, Corey Peterson sat down with us. We talked betting odds. We talked some funny stories. We've been talking my pants around my ankles. Check out why.
Will Tiger Woods return?
Yep. Huge conversation there. So that'll be on Apple and Spotify. Don't forget to give us a follow at wotmdaily on Twitter, TikTok, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, at Will Galvez, at Arendelle_, and at JP25 Media. Have your guys' selves a good Wednesday. See you tomorrow.
Dale, be safe now that we're in the orange tier.